Today's topic is definition and design features of language and Indian Sign Language. Can humans survive without language? It is almost impossible for any human being to survive in full isolation. Therefore, being in contact with other entities, there is always some form of communication which enables one to express imagination and emotions. Language is an umbrella term which consists of various languages like English, Marathi, German, Spanish, etc. Language is a medium of communication that helps us express and conveying our thoughts, feelings, and emotions. Around the world, each and every country has their own particular language. That was all about spoken languages. But what language is used by deaf community? Indeed, sign language. When deaf people gather in any place, such as schools, colleges, or associations, they share their knowledge, which helps them to bloom their sign language. On the other hand, one cannot express his or her thoughts, imagination solely. When two or more individuals come together, automatically they start expressing. There are different sign languages around the world like ISL, ASL, BSL, and CSL, and many more. Language is the key which makes us human. Next is characteristic of verbal language and sign language. First, creativity. Language has innovation. Humans are capable of producing new words that we have never heard or seen before. Once the language is acquired by an individual, new words or sentences are continually being created. The auxiliary components of verbal language are joined to create new words, such as things like table or apple. How these words are created after new objects are encountered. Similarly, in sign language, a sign can be created by observing anything, like the word fan. This is sign of fan which justifies its motion. Likewise, the sign for table justifies its features or appearance. So yes, creativity is there in sign language too. Second, duality. It is organized at two levels simultaneously. One is limited inventory of sounds and phonemes. Second is limitless inventory of words and phonemes. In verbal language, the 26 alphabets in English, which are limited. However, by combining just these alphabets, we can create boundless number of words and sentences. So these words with meanings are limitless. Just like that, in sign language too, we have limited numbers of hand shapes. Yet, by words signed through handshapes create sentences and changing expressions makes vast number of words. As deaf people come together, they cover each and every area and field and express their thoughts through signing. So yes, in sign languages too, we can create an unlimited number of words and sentences with limited handshapes. Third, arbitrariness. In verbal language, there is absence of any natural or necessary connection between a word and its sound or form. For things like table or laptop, there is no connection between those words and their meaning. Whereas in sign language, it is more visual than verbal language due to its iconicity. For example, there is a connection between things and its sign, like sign for table. We present the sign with a flat top and side legs. Sign language Being and visual language has more iconic signs than spoken languages. Likewise, for fan, laptop, or bicycle, all have a connection between things and its sign by capturing its features, appearance, and motion. Also, there are some words like teacher, its sign is like this in ISL, and this is the sign for share, but there is no link between those signs and their meaning or form. Sign languages have arbitrary as well as iconic signs. Fourth, cultural transmission. We all receive our mother tongue from our parents. Any verbal language like Hindi, English, Marathi, etc., gets passed on from one generation to another. Just like we take after our parents regarding habits like humbleness or so on. In verbal language, all hearing people can communicate with their preferred language. Since Hindi is spoken widely in India, like at homes and schools. So, Hindi is culturally transmitted. Hence, there is cultural transmission in verbal language. Similarly, sign language is given to deaf children through their hearing parents who know sign language, or if parents are not aware about sign language, then deaf children can get access to sign language in deaf schools or through deaf associations or deaf parents. So, here sign language is culturally transmitted as well. Fifth, displacement. In this, we can talk about past, present, and future. What and how we discuss about the past, present, and future is quite different. In verbal language, we can discuss history about freedom fighters like Mahatma Gandhi or talk about the present with the recent developments about projects initiated by Prime Minister or discuss or talk about the future, for example, regarding election result prediction. Through language, one can talk about the present, past, or future, or real and imaginary things. This characteristic is not unique to verbal language only. In fact, all these areas can be covered in sign language too. Discussing history, recent progress, and future developments, all that is there in sign language.